Okay, let's just jump right in with a pretty wild idea. A caveman never did a single crunch, but he had a physique that, let's be honest, most of us would do anything for. It's a fascinating way to start thinking, isn't it?
So, today we're going to unpack a whole philosophy for getting strong that's less about some secret gym hack and way more about just uncovering something that's already in you. And this isn't just about looking good, It's about getting back a certain kind of mental toughness, that focus. We're going to explore what it means to become stone solid.
So, this is the big question then. If it's not about doing 1,000 crunches, why is there such a massive difference between our ancient ancestors and us?
Well, the philosophy we're digging into, it paints a super stark picture. It argues that the modern man has been hijacked by what it calls glowing stones and bread soup, which is basically just our phones and our processed diets. They've made us soft. The caveman, on the other hand, lived a life of physical necessity. He ate meat, he lifted heavy things, and because of that, he became stone solid.
And that right there brings us to the absolute core idea behind this whole approach. It's not about building something new from the ground up. Nope, it's about revealing the statue that's already hiding under a layer of mud.
So here it is, the big idea. Your strength, your muscle, those abs, they aren't things you need to build from scratch. They already exist. They're just buried under a layer of what this philosophy calls modern mud. And that means this whole journey isn't about creating something, it's about excavating. You just gotta wash off the mud.
And here's the game plan. It's a simple 4-step path. First, we wash off the mud. Second, we lift heavy boulders. Third, we hunt the sun demon. And finally, we starve the screen. Let's break down each one.
Okay, part 1. This is the foundation, and it all starts in one place, the kitchen. Washing off the mud is all about what you eat. It's about killing that belly beast.
And the instructions here, they could not be more direct. Step 1, stop eating modern poison. Processed foods, sugar, basically anything that comes in a shiny package. Step 2, eat like your ancestors did. We're talking meat and roots. And step 3 is as simple as it gets. Drink water. Lots of it.
Now this is where it gets really, really interesting. This slide explains the science, but it frames it like an ancient myth. See, excess body fat increases an enzyme called aromatase. But this philosophy personifies it as a mean, ancient god that literally steals your male power, your testosterone, and converts it into female hormones. That is the real enemy you're fighting.
And to defeat this god, you need a clear target. The goal is to get your body fat down into that sweet spot, somewhere in the 12 to 15% range. Once you're in that zone, aromatase activity just plummets, and your body can get back to its natural, powerful hormonal state.
So, once you start washing off the mud with your diet, you've got to send a clear signal to that statue underneath. And that brings us right to the second pillar. It's time to lift heavy boulders. Yeah, we're not talking about fancy, isolated exercises here. This is all about the big, foundational movements. I'm talking squats, deadlifts, the heavy hitters. When you do these big lifts, you send a powerful signal straight to your brain, right to a part called the hypothalamus. Your brain basically interprets this as a life or death situation, and it responds by flooding your system with the hormones that make you stronger, just to survive.
And this quote right here just says it all, doesn't it? There are no shortcuts, no magic pills. According to this way of thinking, real, lasting strength isn't something you can buy. It's something you have to earn through battle.
All right, so you're eating right, and you're lifting heavy. But there's a third, crucial piece to this puzzle that so many people completely miss: your sleep. In this world, that's called hunting the sun demon.
And the battle plan here is twofold. First, sleep in absolute darkness. Make your room a cave. This is what maximizes your melatonin and deep sleep, which is where all the recovery and hormone production really happens. Second, the moment you wake up, get sunlight in your eyes. This sets your body's internal clock and signals that the hunt has begun.
So why is hunting the sun demon so important? Well, because it helps you tame the stress demon, which is cortisol. Now, cortisol isn't all bad, but when it stays high from poor sleep or constant stress, it becomes a direct enemy of your testosterone. That's why managing your light exposure and your sleep cycle is a key weapon in this fight.
And that leads us to the final challenge. And honestly, this might be the most difficult one in our modern world. Starve the screen.
Man, this quote just captures the problem perfectly. That little glowing stone in your hand provides an endless stream of cheap dopamine hits. It makes real life, with its real challenges and delayed rewards, feel kind of boring.
It's literally stealing your drive, your fire.
So the advice here is to embrace the discomfort of putting the phone down. That feeling of boredom or withdrawal you get, that's not a bad thing. In this framework, that pain is a positive sign. It's your dormant power, your focus, and your will finally waking back up.
And you can really see how this all just creates a powerful feedback loop. You fix your sleep, which gives you the energy to eat clean and lift heavy. Lifting heavy improves your hormones, which improves your sleep. Eating clean reduces the mud and fuels the whole system. It all connects until one day you look in the mirror and you see the result. You see the statue. You are finally stone solid.
So the final question this leaves us with is a simple one. It's a call to action. After seeing the path laid out, the only thing left to decide is if you're ready to begin. Are you ready to wash off the mud?